Good morning, sir. This is my second presentation regarding does the histology have any importance on the better predictability in the outcome of ACLF patient parallel with MELD sodium and R score. So ACLF is defined as a compensated cirrhosis which has been diagnosed or undiagnosed, and those with non-cirrhotic CLD who have a first episode of acute liver deterioration due to an acute insult directed to the liver. The acute hepatic insult is defined as a jaundice more than 5, bilirubin of more than 5, and IRNR of more than or equal to 1.5, which has been complicated within 4 weeks by clinical ascites, hepatic encephalopathy, or both. It is a retrospective study which has been done over a period of 5 years. Data has been analyzed from 2012 to 2017. Evaluated the liver biopsy of 430 patients with a clinical diagnosis of ACLF. Included all the patients have ACLF patient has been included which are fulfilling the criteria of APASL, and the patient who have underlying SCC or portal vein thrombosis or cardiovascular comorbidities are excluded. Demographic, clinical findings, and other outcomes have been recorded from the hospital medical records, and the main clinical outcome measures was comparing the R score and MELD sodium score at the baseline and the liver biopsy in predicting the mortality. The formalin fixed paraffin embedded transvalvular biopsy was retrospectively reviewed by 2 histopathologists, and it is blinded to the individual patient, etiological details, clinical finding, and to the eventual outcome. And the liver biopsy has been classified into type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is a marked ductular proliferation with coarse insipiciated ductular bile plugs, with foci of confluent necrosis, bridging necrosis with higher apoptosis, with pericellular fibrosis with higher stage of fibrosis is classified type 1, and type 2 is a prominent hepatocyte ballooning with lesser parenchymal involvement, fibrosis, and necrosis. So this is the liver histology of type 1 ACL, where you can see in the high power there is a confluent necrosis. There is a eosinophilic material seen in the hepatocytes, and it is been classified into type 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0 is absent, 1 is mild, cytoplasm is eosinophilic, 2 is moderate, and 3 is severe. And prominent ductular bile, which can be again classified into 0, which is absent, 1, 2, and 3. In 1, it is a fine granular biles are present in the hepatocytes and the canalicular. When the fine granular bile is converted into bile is converted into granular, it is type 2. And when there is an intrahepatic and canalicular cholestasis and the bile plug, it is type 3, and is a more severe form. In type 2, we will see the cellular cholestasis, which is the brown pigments, and the apoptosis body we can see here. Along with that, there is a ballooning degeneration and giant cell transformation, where in giant cell transformation you can see the multiple nucleoli, and in ballooning degeneration you can see there is a nucleus which can be eccentrically placed. With that, you can see the interface activity, where the portal and the periportal area there is a marked inflammations have been seen. And in this type of patient, in this type of histology, you see the bridging fibrosis which is connecting between central venule to the portal or portal to different portal area. So around 3,645 patients taken from the ARC data, where 2,700 patients does not have liver biopsy, 934 patients had a liver biopsy, where 44 patients lost to follow up, and 456 patients have incomplete data. So 430 patients are taken for the study, and outcome had been decided at day 28, and biopsy predicted on survival. So there are 430 liver biopsy are there, where 90% are male and 10% are female. The mean age is 43 years, with mean MELD sodium of 30.65, mean R score of 8.73. With type 1 presentation is seen in 52% of the biopsy, and type 2 is seen in 48%. With 70% are alive at day 28 and 30% died at day 28. The most common etiology in this ACLF study was alcoholic liver disease. Around 72% of the patient, means almost 75% of the patient is having alcoholic liver disease. In this alcoholic liver disease, the acute insult is seen in alcoholic hepatitis, which corresponds to 86% of the patient is having alcoholic liver disease, alcoholic hepatitis, with 6% each in viral hepatitis in drug-induced liver injury. The second most common cause was hepatitis B, in which there is a reactivation of hepatitis B seen in almost 48 of the patient among 51. And third most common cause, most common cause is cryptogenic, followed by NASH. There are 8 patients having autoimmune hepatitis, in which there are 7 patients with autoimmune flare and 1 patient with drug-induced liver injury. So what are the univariate analysis of histology which predict the outcome of the patient? So the poor outcome is seen in the patient of the having fibrosis more than stage 3, ballooning, have a better prognosis, as well as if the patient is having eosinophilic degeneration, ductular proliferation, it is clinically significant that the patient have a poor prognosis. With if the patient have a parenchyma left over after the deduction from the multi-acinar and confluent necrosis, if you will remove, if the patient remaining parenchyma is more than 50%, the prognosis is good. This is the ROC curve, which comparing the baseline melt sodium and R score with the liver biopsy score. You can see that the blue one is the melt sodium, red one is the R score, and green one is the biopsy. The area under the biopsy is around 52%, whereas in melt sodium and ARC it is more than 65. And so the melt sodium has a better comparability as compared to ask for a better comparability or comparable to melt sodium in determining the predictability if you compare with the biopsy. So area under the curve in R score was clinically significant than biopsy score alone. Area under the curve in R score were comparable to melt score, but melt sodium score have a better predictability or same predictability compared to melt sodium plus R score plus biopsy score. So histology score does not have any advantage over any of the score in alone or in combination. Thank you.